Did you realize that there was something very iconic about the Berechi Eze free kick goal against Chelsea that was ruled out? Please stay tuned for more on this analysis into the game and into that of Manchester United, Arsenal, then taps on key transfer stories. Welcome to the Football Rocket. Please do subscribe to the channel, like the video. When we have an encounter on TikTok, do well to follow me. Once again, Chelsea had a very unlucky start of the Premier League in the sense that in early proceedings of the game against Crystal Palace, Chalobah had a very clear chance which he could not bury. Then tail end of the 90, another clear chance falling to Andres Santos, which he smashed into the skies. Chelsea went into the match with virtually the very lineup that beat AC Milan in the last pre-season encounter. In the match, the Blues didn't have the best of progression from backline through midfield into attack, and it was obvious given how compact Crystal Palace had formed themselves in the midfield, having sat in a mid-block. The first time Josh Acheampong tried a diagonal pass to Pedro Neto, that was what got intercepted, forced Marco Correa into a foul and the free kick that brought about the whole talking point of the game. But that aside, Josh Kofi Acheampong pulled off another spectacular performance, winning almost every duel against the 6'4" Jean-Philippe Mateta. This boy's talent is just too much for a 19-year-old. In the second half, Liam Delap and Savoy William came on in spectacular display. In my opinion, if these youngsters had been given the chance to come on right from the start of the second half, probably the narrative would have been different because they were different from the other debutants. In effect, it's a result most Chelsea fans within the community are not very happy, except for Robert Sanchez, who most were stunned by the manner with which he allowed the free kick from Eze to enter the net. In effect, you have to take mathematics from the VAR and the game's loss to keep Chelsea in the game. Talking about the loss of the game, Eberechi Eze's free kick goal was ruled out at minute 13 by application of IFAB Law 13. I'm not too sure if this was mere coincidence, but probably if you're interested in such iconicity and the effect of history on the game, listen. In 2011-2012, that Chelsea won the Champions League. The first EPL match was against Stoke City, which ended in goalless draw. So, you get a gist? At the Old Trafford was a heated encounter between Manchester United and Arsenal, though the Red Devils lost the game by a lone goal, but it was an encounter. We saw Manchester United dominate, counter-press, play at high intensity, forcing Arsenal to sit in a low block, something personally I've not seen with Manchester United for a very, very long time. I think a debutant, Matheus Cunha, was very phenomenal and is going to come good for Manchester United this season. I'm not very too sure for another debutant who started the match, Belmo, but for this season, I'm very sure Man United are going to be good. On transfers, before the kickoff at the Stamford Bridge, there was an information from Gazzetta dello Sport reporting that Chelsea had seen 50 million euros bid rejected by AC Milan for their talisman defender Alessandro Bastoni. This news kind of surprised me because Chelsea maintained their position to never bring in a new centre-back, but that was the news. On defenders, I once reported here on a new centre-back signing, Osberg by Strasbourg, the sister club of the Blues in the French league. Probably you want to know the reason to the sporting director's stance to never sign a new centre-back. You've got to watch Strasbourg's first league match in the Ligue 1. Him and Mamadou Sarr were absolutely phenomenal. Also, multiple outlets report that Nkunku's move to Bayern Munich is in a big doubt. Chelsea insists on a permanent transfer as opposed to Bayern Munich's priority for a move. This gives me a big surprise as Xavi Simons' move to Chelsea is partly dependent on this. With all these dynamics, the youngsters' ways remain same. It's Chelsea or no other club. Probably he's ready to play for Leipzig for one more season. Back to the Old Trafford, Manchester United weigh up a possibility of submitting a bid for Adam Watson after losing out on Carlos Baleba of Brighton and Hove Albion. Back to the bridge, Fabrizio Romano reports that eyes should be kept on Nicolas Jackson. Other reports reveal that the Senegalese international has told friends his feelings and the willingness to play for Aston Villa going into next season. Thank you very much for your time. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and follow me on TikTok.